It's the first long weekend of the year, and while many are taking a much needed break, we are looking ahead to the next busy travel season. March break is right around the corner, but there are some concerns we could see a repeat of that chaotic winter travel season.
Hopefully, a lot of airlines have been able to use the last 3 months to kind of clean up their act, for lack of a better word. Majority of the issues that we saw over Christmas was really weather related. That caused a significant amount of delay. So unless we get a sort of unexpected snowstorm or something like that happens during March spring break for Canadians, we should be able to see somewhat of a normal service.
It really depends on weather. I think the situation really comes down to whether or not the airports and airlines have contingency plans in place to address weather. And if they don't, they have to have backup plans.
We asked a number of experts for the best tips to help you prepare for potential issues at the airport, even as most COVID-19 restrictions have already been lifted. That includes making sure your passport is up to date.
There's a lot of people who haven't looked at their passport in the last few years. And, a lot of countries, if you're within 6 months of expiry, they won't accept your passport. So make sure you have at least a year left on your passport in order to travel.
Some say we also need to see more government intervention within the travel industry.
We know that the Canadian transportation infrastructure, how we're doing things with our planes and trains, just aren't working. And part of that is because we have a lack of competition, and we also have a lack of resources.
One thing everyone agreed on: make sure you consider travel insurance, especially if you plan to leave the country.
Because if something does happen, travel medical insurance is the most expensive financial risk you'll be facing, because you will be responsible to pay for medical bills out of pocket if you do need to seek treatment. But a lot of people may have travel medical insurance through work, but one thing that extended medical in a lot of workplaces will not cover is obviously anything pertaining to your flight particularly, or your accommodation or your baggage.
And if you want to ditch the airport altogether, there are still a lot of other vacation options.
In a road trip, you don't have to worry about your bags getting lost. You don't have to worry about going through security at the airport and all that kind of jazz. I really think long and hard about this. Might be a good time to explore Canada.
Experts also say you should pack any essential medications on your carry-on, even an extra pair of clothes in case you have baggage issues, and always give yourself lots of extra time between back-to-back flights or connecting flights. For City News, I'm Leah Johansen.